What's up, everyone? Mr. NoobTube Gamer. Today we're playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in 2024, 9 years later. Now, over the years, I have complained about this game and how it is one of the worst Call of Duty games to go back to and play after all these years because it has the worst hacking problem by far, the worst amount of cheaters, the worst just experience when it comes to that, because it's like very rare that you can actually find like a game that's completely clean and no cheating and hacking at all. You got a lot of people running around with invincibility, so you shoot them and they don't take any damage, or they're invisible, can't see them, so they could just shoot you and you don't know where they're coming from. This has been a common issue, specifically with Black Ops 3, for many years. I'd say ever since, like, around the time that Black Ops 4 came out, because Treyarch at that point was no longer really doing any updates for Black Ops 3 and didn't really care what was going on anymore. They weren't addressing any hacking and cheating problems, because as far as they were concerned, because Black Ops 4 was out, that was the only game you should have been playing. If you play the old games, they didn't value you as a customer anymore, even though they were still selling loot boxes, still selling DLCs and all that full price. Like, it's so bad that the game really should have been delisted. It was a complete ripoff. Like, if you were playing the game, aside from zombies, because you didn't really have to deal with like hackers or anything like that with zombies, but multiplayer wise, completely 100% broken and unplayable. If you've played Black Ops 3 at any point over the past like 5 or 6 years, then you know exactly what I mean. But weirdly enough, I've been playing the game on and off for the past like week or two, and I have noticed that I don't really run into as many hackers anymore, which is strange because I know that Microsoft hasn't actually done anything to address the hacking problem. They did fix some of the matchmaking in the older Call of Duty games, but as far as I know, like when it comes to hacking and cheating, they didn't do anything to mitigate that. But I seem to be running into a lot less of them than I did before in previous years. And that's got me very confused and still very cautious to actually go as far as to recommend this game, because I have a feeling that like I just got lucky. I've been getting lucky lately, and maybe like a lot of the people who've been hacking have kind of just moved on to other games to go and ruin those games instead of Black Ops 3. It's kind of like World at War. When I first played the game in 2010, which was like right around the time that Black Ops 1 released, I wanted to check out World at War and see what that game was all about. Played it way past its prime, even back then, and I had a lot of hackers in that game, but over the years, I haven't really run into them nearly as much, so I guess it's just a matter of people not wanting to cheat anymore in these games. Like, spoiler alert for my Black Ops 2 video, same thing. Playing Black Ops 2 lately, and I'm not really encountering as many cheaters as I have in years past. And Black Ops 2 is a game that's also notorious, just as bad as Black Ops 3 when it comes to cheating. So yeah, I guess it is worth checking out, at least more than it was before, though I'm not gonna, like, don't keep your hopes up. Don't come in expecting it to be hacker-free and that you're never gonna run into anything. Just because I've been lucky lately doesn't mean that it's gonna hold, and that it isn't just going to go back to the way it was when everyone's just fucking invincible and you can't do shit. And even if you don't have any hackers, the microtransactions are still running rampant because they never really overhauled it. And so there you have like all these different fucking guns that are locked behind supply drops. And I've been playing the game for 9 years now, and I still don't have most of the weapons that I wanted to unlock because they're behind this supply drop system, and not just simply unlock through regular in-game progression and leveling up. No, you have like the Galil and the FAMAS and all these really good guns that, yeah, I would consider it pay to win, because a lot of these guns are better than the guns that are in the base game. So it is pretty fucked up. That's the main reason why I quit this game back in 2016. I mean, the zombies were really what kept me going. The zombies are probably the best in the entire Call of Duty series. So the game is probably worth that alone, assuming you have access to all the DLC, because that's where most of the zombies content lies in Black Ops 3, is through the map packs. It certainly isn't worth it for the campaign, I can tell you that, because it is one of the worst in all of Call of Duty history. Don't even bother playing that shit. And interestingly enough, people are still playing DLC in 2024. So all the map packs, all the multiplayer maps that were released as DLC, you can still find full lobbies of team deathmatch, sometimes even domination. So player count is definitely not a problem in Black Ops 3 on Xbox and PlayStation. On PC, it's a different story, because that game really had a serious hacking problem, and I think still does. But it's not just people cheating, it's like people somehow getting into your PC and stealing your personal information, some crazy shit. So do not play the PC version at all. Don't even bother, because it might put you at risk. But microtransactions aside, and the occasional cheating on console aside, Black Ops 3 is a very fun game. The gunplay is one of the best in the series. The map design is just incredible. I can't think of a single bad map in this game. Seriously, I can't. They're all good. So absolutely, if you can get it for the right price, and especially if it ever comes to Game Pass, it is definitely a game you can still have a lot of fun with in 2024. And I promise the specialists aren't as bad as a lot of people said they were. They're actually a lot of fun, and they're not as unbalanced as you would think. Black Ops 3 was actually one of the better balanced games aside from the microtransactions. So yeah, let me know. Do you guys still play this game in 2024? And how do you feel about it after 9 years?